of Men and Women Talk, the Mars Venus Show. I am your host, Kente, all the way live from Los Angeles, California. And I am joined by the beautiful, the talented, the wonderfully wicked Shannon. How you doing, Shannon?
God, how are you?
I am excellent. This is our season 7 finale, episode 145. Think about
No.
that. Think about that. Um, it's just been a glorious time this year. I really expect next year to be even better. 2020. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was just yesterday we were celebrating the new year, and now it's all back again. So I'm very excited. My birthday is actually Friday, December 20th. I think that's
I
Friday. Yeah.
know.
And
We won't forget it like that.
look, okay, you got me. But um, so the holiday season is for some people they can't wait, they get excited, they start playing the holiday music, they start dressing in red, green, and gold or whatever the color is, uh and all of that, right? Then you get some other people. See, now D says she's like that when it comes there. D be making them cookies that I never
Mhm.
got, so I'm reaching out to you, D. Let me get some of them cookies. um but then you get those other people. Well, yeah, Olaf is Santa every Christmas. The other people are like the Bah Humbug crowd, the Grinch crowd. Those who just can't wait every year for Christmas to go. They want Thanksgiving. It's like, oh God, Thanksgiving. Oh God, Christmas.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. Right? New Year's.
Mhm.
The only holiday they like is Martin Luther King Day because they get off of their work, and they don't have to be with the family. Like, so my question is, Shannon, what are you? Are you bah humbug, or are you get all excited and you get all into it?
Well, it's been a while since I've been around family to be that excited, so I don't really have like a fallout, ugly sweater moment of clarity. Well, I do tend to buy gifts for people, like when we do holiday parties at work, but I wouldn't necessarily call myself a Scrooge either. I'm agreeable. I mean, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all those things. Um, bless you.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, I'm I'm not as excitable as I used to be when I was younger.
Now, in our chat room, we have Marisa, who has 3 children. D's like me and Shannon doesn't have a child. Olaf,
Oh, I'm somebody's mama. Don't get it twisted.
Olaf has children. Ryan has a child, and also Jen has children. So I imagine, even though Olaf's children are fully grown, so it's a little different at this point, I'm sure, for him as far as Christmas with the kids. Jen's kids are pretty. They're they're young adults, so I guess it's a little different for her. Oh yeah, see, he got the grandkids. Okay, my bad. So he does kind of have the kids situation. Um, I know that changes a lot too because you have to kind of buy in, you know, for this for the kids, right?
Do you?
I would think so, right? You got kids, you
My
gotta.
mom canceled Christmas one year because we wasn't acting right.
She canceled Christmas. Oh wow, that's funny. Well, I'm sure it was for a good reason. So yeah, shout out to your moms. Canceled Christmas.
Shout out
Um,
to the
I think that's why some people do Jehovah's Witness because it's like, dang, I don't have to recognize none of them, you know. So Jehovah's Witness, man, it's like I don't have to remember my anniversary, her birthday, the kid's birthday,
Don't
Christmas.
celebrate.
Nah, they don't celebrate nothing. And
Every day is a celebration.
right. Every day is a celebration. So whenever you feel like pulling out flowers, right?
I mean,
So
if it's popcorn, tacos, or
now to be in a relationship during a holiday, that changes a lot too. Because you're booed up, you have somebody that you people just say money. So you're booed up, maybe that makes the holidays a little more special because you have somebody to share it with in a romantic sense, you know
I ain't
someone.
never had food for the holiday.
Really? Never for the holidays? You've never cuddled up with somebody in front of a fire? Really? Okay. Well, that's gonna change next year, so we ain't tripping.
That's what we saying, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my thing is, whether you have someone or you don't, you have kids or not, we could sit here and say it's a pagan holiday. We can say whatever it is. For me, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of these things is about family.
Yeah,
Me personally, and losing members of your family, it makes you appreciate who's here more.
absolutely.
So all I'm saying is, look, I'm pro black and all of that, and I can't stand Christopher Columbus either. But you know, just use these holidays as times to bond and reflect. Excuse me, with your family. It's very important.
But you shouldn't have to wait to get to a holiday. I do understand that people have time off, so it's an investment to spend more time with family. But we shouldn't have to use those days just to spend time with people that we claim to love and care about.
Agreed. But like you said, the time you have the time off and all of that good stuff. So I just wanted to say that at the beginning of the show before we get into the BS, of the topic that we're doing tonight. Now, the name of this episode is called Maybe the Problem Is You. And that's for a reason. So many people talk about their fortunes in the dating realm, right? You hear guys talk about these hoes ain't loyal. You hear guys saying men ain't shit. You know, you hear all of that, right? And my answer for the hoes ain't loyal is stop dating hoes. Stay loyal, you know, and stop dating ain't shit men, you know. Um, but one thing that you never hear nobody say is maybe it's me. Maybe the problem is me.
They do when they're just not that into you. It's not you, it's me.
Right. Maybe I'm a low-key douchebag. Not me, Kente. I'm just saying.
I was like,
Person X. This is not I'm not admitting to anything, confirming or denying anything. Maybe, how many people are genuine douchebags, but they really don't think they are. They think they're a giving person. Really? Really? Let's see that you mean. But like, how many people think that oh, you really is supposed to be with her?
I had to get the finger pointed the right way.
But how many people though really believe that they're, like, I'm nice, and they not nice. They not nice.
My Blake Shelton.
How many people? Wait, what did he say? Got a friend. I found out he really is an ass. How many times do you you talk to people and they just can't understand why is this happening to me. And it don't even have to be about relationships. Why are they on me at my job? They say I'm always late. Well, are you late? Well, just a couple of times, and then you find out it's really like a whole lot of times, right? And my daddy always said, coming to work on at like if you start at 6 and you come at 6, that's late.
Yeah, be early and on time, and being on time is being late.
So I don't know if are they just unaware of their shortcomings, or I mean, what is it? Like, so you get in a relationship, right? And you get involved with someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Generally, in most relationships, it starts off great, right? It's like, oh my God, Shannon, you're just so wonderful. You're so funny. Man. And then this one, I'm sure you heard this one. I can't believe you're single. You're on the market. I'm so fortunate that I get a chance to go out with you.
A mess.
Right? And then something happens from that beginning where it's like, oh man, you're so wonderful. You're funny. All your jokes are funny. You're so cute. You're this. Oh man. And then something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, your jokes are annoying. All of a sudden, I can't stand to look at you. What happens?
Hey, Sandra.
Not you necessarily, Shannon, but I'm talking about a person. And the relationship
phase dissipates. I said, obvious answer, the honeymoon phase dissipates.
That's true. But that happens in a lot of relationships that are successful, right? The honeymoon, you didn't bring your tacos.
Tell him Olaf. Sure way to get you canned.
The honeymoon falls off, but people stay together. So why is it when the honeymoon phase fell off with you, not you, but I'm talking about,
I know what you mean.
Why all of a sudden the relationship just went straight doo-doo?
Well, first off, I'm gonna need you to stop using the word doo-doo.
Okay.
I'd rather you say caca. No, this one. It probably has gone south because there have been a series of misplaced expectations in this relationship, and there's not enough communicating about what is realistic. It's like when you get a job, it's what's listed in the job description and what the actual reality is. They almost are never the same.
Right. And also, we've talked about this before, is sometimes you put people on pedestals.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
oh my God. Oh man, she's perfect. He's perfect. And then when they're not perfect, because humans are not perfect, then you're so blown away. Like, what? They don't boo-boo potpourri.
Yeah, like it's at the end of the day, I think a lot of times we have to own the fact that we want people to be these grand, perfect beings. Yet we give ourselves grace and room to grow, and then wonder why they mad at us because we are exactly who they are: imperfect, flawed, dealing with our own bags of issues, hang-ups, trauma, etc., etc. Yeah, that's why I try to be transparent and authentic in every conversation, mating, dating, or otherwise, because it's too hard to try to be something that's somebody else.
That's why Shannon farted at the dinner table on the first date. So that's what to expect.
And don't get it twisted. Might even lift up my leg and be like, "Catch you with that." I ain't got no manners. Shout outs to Gloria for that one. No, I'm just playing, mama. I would never do that.
You know what's so funny to me is infidelity, right? In relationships,
Hmm.
people will be cheating on somebody, and then the very hint of possible infidelity from the other side, they lose their mind. Like, what? How dare this person cheat on me, even though I'm cheating on them? It just cracks me up. You know, Ryan is back. Welcome back, Ryan.
Welcome back, sir.
So my thing is this, and we've talked about this in some form or fashion. If you are in a situation, if you had a situation that just ended, you have to do a real autopsy of the relationship
Yeah.
and find out and be honest, right? It's so hard to be honest with yourself.
Hmm.
You know, it's like we count money, right?
Yeah.
We supposed to split it, right? Me and you, Shannon. And let's say it's a big pile of money, and I'm like, so I'm supposed to be like one for Shannon, one for me, one for Shannon, one for me, right? But then at some point you'd be like, three for me, one for Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to keep that Shannon ain't really looking
Integrity? That integrity? Because that's what that is.
right. It's like well, 7 for me, one for Shannon.
Oh, we done went from 1 to 3 to 7. You trifling.
you know,
This inflation and kicked up.
right. So, but if you're real honest, and it's hard to be honest because then you got to look at yourself in the mirror. She said that's weird, and you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You might see some things you don't like.
Yeah.
You know,
But isn't that what a relationship should be? Shouldn't it be two people being able to mirror one another and sharpen each other and kind of show each other where those things are? Not to condemn or to chastise or to criticize without um, constructive feedback, but in a manner that helps someone build or heal or, you know, restore what they have lost in the process of those things.
no,
Like,
you're right.
I'm not trying to constantly remind my significant other where he lacks. If I have the things that he needs where he lacks, I'm going to provide those things.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm a wise woman, I'm going to show him how the provision was even available in the first place so that he can be successful.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to ask this question for both of you. But I'm going to start off with Shannon. Do you think it's difficult being in a relationship with you?
Sure.
Do you think it's difficult in a unfair manner?
In an unfair manner?
Mm-hmm.
How is that? That doesn't
Like
make sense.
we're all difficult in our own ways, right?
Of course.
But sometimes people are extra difficult, like super duper extra difficult, where it's like it don't even make no sense. Like, is it just the regular, you're just a human being and I'm multi shades or whatever? Or is there like a little extra kick to the Shannon Spice?
I think and I can only speak for myself, and Ryan, I'm sure, will do the same. I think for me, I mean, I haven't been in many relationships, realistically speaking. And so the ones that I've been in, I think I've given more than what I've gotten. There have been more deposits into other people.
We lost her. Okay, so we'll go to you, Ryan. I'm glad you hopped in. We've been losing her. Okay, so actually the question, do you think, wait, I think she's back. We'll let her finish. Okay, cool. She's back.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there have been more deposits than there have been deposits into other people's lives. then a fair share of, and I don't mean fair as in terms of everything's 50-50, because I don't believe in that philosophy really. But I also believe that because I know who I am and what I want and what my expectations are for life and relationship, I have squashed all that settling bullcrap. There is an expectation, not that's misplaced, but an expectation of my own self-worth and my own self-value. And so there's just not willing to skimp on. So if that's unfair to somebody, they ain't the one for me anyway. And that's my final word to that. I'm sticking to it.
Okay. What about you, Ryan? Is it difficult being in a relationship with Ryan?
Yeah, of course. I first and foremost, like, I'm the star of the show. I'm the one that's doing the lives. I'm the one that's, working on a business and stuff like that. I need someone that complements my lifestyle, not tries to make it about them. Mind you, I'm pretty good at finding a balance, but it's normally me putting the energy in to find the balance in the house. I'm also very conservative with how I spend my money. I'm conservative with my approach. I don't like to make risky decisions. I don't like to go on vacations I can't afford. Yes, it's difficult to be in a relationship with me because I'm still building my life. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be rich. I want bigger things. I eat healthy, and I can't sit next to someone that doesn't care about their health. Can't sit to someone that won't do research or won't look into stuff. Like, I just realized that about myself is that, when you're younger, it's like opposites attract. You know what I mean? That's when you get, but when you get older, you start to realize like what you want. You just want that. And you know what? Being like, I'm not a part of the whole crowd of being single is awesome, but I like being free. I think that, when you don't get what you want, what is the trade-off? The trade-off is you don't have to be with someone you don't want.
Yeah.
And I prefer that.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying myself because of that. I don't want to be in another relationship because the older you get, the more taxing it becomes. You got to introduce them to your friends and your family, and they get close, and then all of a sudden you got to deal with all that stuff. You just don't want to deal with the mess anymore, right? So it's better to find the right person and not like, I think some people want to jump from relationship to relationship. Those are a lot of people with a lot of time and money on their hands.
Yeah. More time than money, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'm difficult.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I am difficult for a lot of reasons.
Really? You?
Yeah, I am. And it is what it is, right? My goal is not to be so difficult. I think I've gotten better. Right? I actually think about the other person in the relationship. That's something I didn't do. So that's a start, right? So, but I mean, I wasn't trying to be difficult or trying to be, and I've talked about this before. I always thought I was straight because I didn't do what I called the eating.
You didn't do what?
What I call the eatings, which is beating or cheating. So I felt like I was good. Like I never beat you. What you complaining for? I never cheated on you. Like I'm solid. I'm 100.
Yeah, but that don't mean that you wasn't mistreating someone.
That's true. That's true. And like I said, I'm a nice cat, a good person. But there's always ways that we could be better to not just our mates, but the community at large.
Absolutely.
And I really like helping people, right? It's something I love to do, and I get great joy out of it. But sometimes within the span of a relationship, you got to be kind of careful how much,
right.
Because So okay, so someone's dating Shannon, right? And Shannon just mentions, you know what? You know, man, my car is tripping. These rats be in my car. You know, so the natural thing is like if you a dude is like, well, I got to keep these rats out of this car, right? If you're in a relationship with her, right?
You better get her a Felix, buy her a little cat, a little tabby.
Right? You know,
Mhm.
but sometimes you can't be like that, and especially in the beginning in relationships. You can't because you have a natural thing that you want to solve problems,
Yeah.
and sometimes you gotta get to a point where you're there when you do that, you know. And I was talking to D earlier today, and I was talking about so like you date a girl, right? And oh, Dante, what's up, Dante? We got to get you on before the end. This is the last day of the year. I got to chat with Dante on this topic too. But so like, and he'll love what I'm about to say. This is perfect timing, Dante. So you get with a girl, and then she tells you, "Man, my last boyfriend, he didn't. He always forgot my birthday. He was supposed to pick me up from the airport." And he forgot, and I had to hail a cab. You know, he did all of this stuff, right? So, as a young guy, you're like, well, I don't want to be that dude. Like, I'm gonna be the better guy. I'm never gonna forget her birthday.
Right.
That kind of stuff. But then as you get older, you're like, I'm gonna do exactly what the last dude did. Like I'm gonna be shitty too. Like I'm gonna forget the birthday. like I'm gonna be that last dude, okay? Because you was with his butt for 8 years and he slept really good. He left you. The last guy left you. Okay, it wasn't like all of a sudden you had enough of his BS and then you kicked him out. He actually, left the relationship. So then you're sitting there like, why should I do all this? He was smart, I'm just saying. IJS. You about to be the new last guy. Hey man, so it's like, do you do more than the last dude? It worked out for him.
There's no competition.
None. And if you got to compete with the last dude,
no, it's not competition. It's not competition. It's like, well, obviously you like when your man forgets your birthday.
Who likes it? What kind of foolishness is this?
What planet are you on?
What kind of relationships you be in, Kente?
You ain't never heard that before?
No.
You ain't never heard
that. That sounds like some straight foolishness, and I don't want no parts of it.
What? Like I dated a girl.
Not even cool.
I dated a girl. Look, I dated a girl. She told me her last dude was supposed to pick her up from the airport and just totally, forgot.
We not together.
Look, they shared an apartment, right?
No, they don't.
When she came back to the apartment, he was playing PlayStation.
And the next time he came back to the apartment, he would find his key don't work. Look, you don't live there no more.
So I'm like, why should I do better than this fool? Like I should be shitty too.
Try me if you want to. What you mean you didn't pick me up from the airport?
You be like, can you pick me up from the airport? No, I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
You better build. You better have enough games to build you a box house because you're going to be outside sleeping under the stars.
Like I'm shitty like your last man.
Your Atari. Better get up out of here with that foolishness.
Like I'm shitty like your last man.
Yeah, you shitty, all right.
Hey, we cut from the same cloth.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that was my little tangent. But But so my question though is like, okay, so why do some people they keep getting with the same cat, like, or like, or the same chick, who does them dirty, does them wrong, right? Why?
It's called
Go ahead.
boundaries. My
That's the
my
short
number
answer.
one my number one answer for 2019 has been boundaries, because you end up repeating the things that happened to you even from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
You in an abusive relationship, you were molested, or whatever happened in your past, you carry that on and on and on and on until you recognize what happened to you that you need to change.
Yeah.
Because what's good for the gander is good for the goose. I think sometimes people don't want to be alone,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and and they get bored, right? And they don't want to be bored because they feel like being bored is lonely. So I think that I think it's just boundaries. Like when you start saying no, what we're afraid of, just think about it. We say no, our lifestyle has changed. We can't bring our partner to to brunch with family and stuff like that. There's a lot of benefits of having a partner, but you have to just say no, because every time you put yourself in a bad situation, you're just chipping away at yourself to the point where you just don't feel anymore, right? So you just have to start saying no to things that you don't like.
Yeah.
So, okay, Dante, I'm glad you came in. So,
Hey, Dante.
so have you ever dated a girl who kind of expressed her past dating experiences, and all them dudes was seemed to be trash? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, that's a sign for you to leave. I'm serious. Like, it's time for you to leave, because if you ain't and probably check yourself too. You know what I mean? So, 9 times out of 10, you attract to her. You know what I mean, for a reason. So you probably want to look at yourself as well. So that's one thing. One thing that Grant Cardone always says: blame yourself. Right. So and the reason why you blame yourself is because you can always do something better, or if you can't do something better, you can prepare for it next time.
Yeah.
So you want to look at obviously her past relationship, and if you guys are attracting each other and attracted to each other, it's probably, and it's something wrong with her, because obviously if she hasn't learned her lesson, she's gonna repeat it. Same thing with a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to learn your lesson, you're gonna repeat the same lesson over and over and over and over and over, and it always ends up in pain, right? Because pain moves you. You know what I mean? That's what moves you. So if you stay there, you know what I mean? Anyway, pain moves you. So yeah, you need to leave that situation ASAP.
You better come on and preach a good word, Dante.
Okay, so being successful in relationships, what are determining factors? Is it the way that you carry yourself? Is it your aura? Is it being sexy? Is it being what is the things that make some people more successful than others? Go ahead, Ryan.
I was just gonna say that, when you said successful relationships, are we all single on this panel?
I don't think married.
Me and Steph is in a committed relationship. So.
I don't know if any of us know what a successful relationship, because we would all be in one.
That's not true at all.
I'm playing.
No, what the success is
relative.
It's not one thing. You get what I'm saying? You define your own success. So that's what a lot of people, I think that's where we all mess up at, because we think success is this one thing, and we think that it's like a lack of it, or it has to be this certain way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so when you say it's this certain way and it has to be this way, everything else is wrong, or that means that everything else is like the wrong directional stuff, right? So you got to look at it as what's your success? What do you find successful? And what does your mate find successful? If you guys are happy with what you guys determine is a successful relationship, then go ahead and go with it. There's no wrong answer in that. If you guys
build a healthy, thriving relationship.
If you don't agree, two people can't walk together. You know what I mean? So two people that don't agree can't walk together. So
come on and say that word.
Right. You know, it's interesting. So we often talk about Atlanta, right? And you live there, Dante, and me and Shannon was just there. Didn't see you, Dante, so very upset about that. But so a lot of women complain about the dating scene there, and we just use that as a because it's it's often talked about.
Right.
But it's interesting though. There are some women who they need men repellent to keep the guys off of them there.
Mhm.
And it's interesting because they don't always be the finest ones, you know, like, but they'll have dudes left and right. They be picking and choosing in a town where women historically have a hard time. So my question is like, what?
That's a lot. Like it's a all that stuff is a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the numbers are skewed, whatever, but it's still a mindset thing. It's the way it's what you put out there, is what you're gonna receive, and everything that you say is taking place around you.
Mhm.
Oh, it's hard. Men are too good. Men ain't shit. This. It's too hard. All the men go. All the men do. All the men that. Well, you see that. That's just like when you get a new car, right? You see that car all the time. You get what I'm saying? So the same thing happens when you say that stuff and you put it out there. That's what's happening. So
Yeah.
all that stuff they saying is not true, and those are the women. Those are the women that men stay away from.
Mm.
They don't get it. You see what I'm saying? They never get it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Those are the ones that like they never like. Those are the ones that everybody tries to stay away from because you already know what the mindset is. You already know how they're gonna act. You already know the conversation you're gonna have. You already know the whole time they're on, right? So the men that come into their life know the time that they on too, and that's the people they're gonna take advantage of because they're looking for that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
They know you got low self-esteem. They know you'll take anything. They know you'll put up with anything. They already know what to. They know you're going to cheat. They expect it. You know, they're just waiting on it. They're just waiting to catch you, and then they're still going to be with you. You get what I'm saying? Like they know that all.
You know, low self-esteem is considered one of the most unattractive qualities of men or women, to be honest.
Yeah.
With you. It's unfortunate because if you have low self-esteem, I don't know what to do with you. I guess therapy or whatever. But and then you can smell it. You can smell it pretty early on. You don't even need to be around someone for a long time. And so if you don't believe in yourself, then you can't get other people to believe in you. Like some of the most successful people in the world are pastors, right? Because pastors generally give off confidence, right? I mean, they talk to God, so you know that's that's brimming with confidence. And I ain't trying to offend anybody, but that's why a lot of pimps and preachers have kind of a similar vibe to them. What was that?
I don't know what. Yeah, sorry.
I thought it was the Lord for a minute.
What's up with these side effects, Ryan?
I'm pimp confident, hilarious. They have a lot of a lot of that going, and it's something about when you walk with your head up. Like, I mean, we've all known people who are not attractive, who they ain't even got no money, but they just their gait screams confidence, and they pull. Yeah. I've known dudes like that. I've known women like that as well, and like I was just talking about this earlier. Like they have like these dating coaches out there, right? I always say, let me see the troll looking dating coach who's real successful. I want to see I want to hear his story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That dude who looks like a troll, who's really successful, because 9 times out of 10 is just the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, the way that you and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know what do you do especially when you get to a certain age, when maybe you don't have the confidence, you don't have the things that if you're a man or you're a woman that the opposite sex is looking for. How do you what's the first stage into trying to change that so that you become more desirable?
Not
Well, I
the
think
date.
there has to be a level of self-awareness.
Go get
You
help.
got to know these things to be true for yourself.
Go get help.
Okay, so let me ask this question. We'll start off with Dante. Say like you had a cousin, little cousin, he's 20 something, early 20s, and you just see it that he don't have that confidence and whatever, and he's not being successful. Like, what are some things you would
And what though? Because you can be confident.
in dating and just whatever career he's chasing as well? He just, he just
You
doesn't
can have confidence in one thing. You can have confidence in one thing and not have confidence in another thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
What's
Yeah.
you have a
what's
certain
the-
category. So that's why I said what, like specifically, what, like just relationship.
we'll say ladies, yeah, with the ladies.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like for that, like you 20, be a hoe. I'm serious. Like just be honest. Like go be a hoe.
And he's
Yeah.
20, so his brain hasn't even fully developed. His
Yeah,
brain
yeah,
don't fully develop
Like,
till
go-
he's 25. So
No, go have fun. That's all you gotta do. Really, to be honest, just go have a whole bunch of women friends.
Mm.
It's gonna help you out a lot. Not like being a hoe, but like having a lot of women friends to help you out. The reason why is because you get to see how they really think. Majority of the time, when we have confidence issues, it's because we're in our own brain and we haven't reached out to the other side to see what they think. So we're not confident enough to, act the certain way. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like, like, okay, well, if you're not like I give you an example. I just got finished talking to this girl that she said that why do men, she was talking about getting like fake boobs and fake butt and stuff like that. And she was like, why, like, he was talking about poor confidence and women that get that so they can be sexual for them. I'm like, listen, if you was to talk to any man, like a real man that's really gonna tell you the deal, men like to see that stuff, but that ain't what they gonna marry. You get what I'm saying? Like, we like to have fun and see that stuff, but that ain't who we want to marry. We want to marry the quiet girl that don't be, that ain't doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one who you gonna marry. That ain't the one that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so you doing it now? You doing it to appease like men to look at you, but at your end game is different, like than our end game. You know what I mean? So we like you all natural. You know what I mean? And so if you had that conversation with multiple men, she would have built her confidence up, and she wouldn't feel like she had to get a boob job or a butt done and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's just education. You know what I mean?
Now you hear that, Shannon?
At that level.
Shannon, you're the desired class right there.
I got a man.
See, there you go. Well,
You got a man. Hold on, what was that?
that's what I'm saying. See?
What's going on? What I miss?
Yeah, Shannon's been in a relationship for a minute now.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll talk about this offline.
That
I mean,
that's
Okay.
why she has the Kool-Aid smile.
Yeah, definitely we're listening to you.
Then they said congrats. Okay, so
thank you.
Ryan,
Mm.
when you talk to your ladies, right? These are potential women that has an opportunity to go out with Ryan, right?
Mhm.
What are you looking for? What's the first thing that makes you go, gives you pause?
Their looks.
Mm.
I'm very superficial. I'm superficial.
Don't make me
I like-
joke, Brian.
The looks. It's the first thing because like I'm an artist. I love it when, you know, when a woman just like she wears makeup and you know she just looks good and she's stunning and she's wearing nice clothes. Like that draws me every single time. If she can sing, or she has talent, you know, some regard, or she's smart. You know, I look for those things, and I look for consistency. I don't just like I don't just jump and like, you know, say hi. You know, over time, I'll get to know them and see consistently because some women will put something out there and then they change it up. I look for the consistency, you know, because I don't really trust a lot, but I think that the ones that I do trust are the ones that are always consistent with me. There's one girl that I'm talking to right now, and you know we've been talking for like I don't know, maybe 6 months, and no relationship, but like there's a vibe there. We're flirting and whatnot, but like it took time because she's someone I would want to pursue. She's fine. She's a little bit older than I am, and Ryan's cheating on me. Well, you know what I told her is that I'm not looking for a relationship with anybody until I get to know them, become friends. So we said, hey, let's go to Banff. Let's go and have a coffee or whatever. But I'm just looking for consistency. I'm looking for someone that is who they are. I just realized that in the last year that that consistency is just my number one thing. I don't like it when you have sex with a person and then they switch on you, start asking you questions and start. I hate that. I had one incident this year. It's just like it was terrible. It's just like, you know, everything's all warmed up for you, and then after everything is done, and then there's a whole different personality. I hate that shit. So that's what I'm looking for now. Per se, but I think looks, how she carries herself. She doesn't have to wear makeup, but she just has to just care about her appearance. I just realized that's just something that I like. I can't get past that.
Okay, Shannon, I know you are booed up, but before, if you can think long back before you were booed up, you know, because it was so long ago.
So long ago.
Right. Before that, what was like some things that, you know, cause dang, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. So what was some of your things that would be immediate turnoffs?
Immediate turnoffs? A man who don't take care of his kids. Someone whose talk don't match they walk. Lack of consistency, and someone who's not authentic. Those are probably my top 4.
Okay, those are all fair stuff. So going back to what our topic is, have you ever after end of a relationship assigned yourself blame for why it didn't go the way you thought it should have?
I usually assign myself blame from the initial thought, you know, good and well, you should have never dated him. What you go and do that for?
Huh?
Because sometimes we just wasting time with people just to waste time. But I'm past that age and stage. I don't do that no more. But I've done that evaluation. But yeah, a lot of times it's just I'm picking bad people. Let me rephrase that, because they're not necessarily bad people. They're not good people for me. There's a better statement.
Have you ever dated an asshole?
What?
Have you ever dated an asshole?
Yeah.
Have you ever been the asshole in the relationship?
Not as an adult.
Oh, not as an adult. Oh, when you was in junior high.
That wasn't
no, when I broke up with that guy on his mama answer machine, that was an asshole movement.
Yeah, that wasn't the question. It wasn't a timeline involved in that. You just asked me one simple question.
That was disrespectful of me.
I
But
definitely.
no, I am not typically the a-hole. Thank you, Dante.
What's up, Angie? And earmuffs, Angie. I've definitely been the asshole. In the relationship, huh? I've been, as an adult, I've been the asshole in relationships. Men are usual. Look, I've dated some assholey women, and I know some assholey women. Thank you. Okay, men don't have no claim on just being an asshole in the relationships. So I'm sure there's a rogues gallery of women who are. I can believe that. A rogues gallery of women who do some stunningly evil shit. Y'all got the monopoly. I don't know, man. Women are way better, I think, at it. You know, women got game like Milton Bradley. Okay, okay. So
hey, look, they be like, I want a man to bring the table. Why? Because y'all gonna bring the game.
You know,
they bringing all the board games.
Yeah. Shannon, let's take a quick moment to recognize everybody in the chat room. You want to go ahead?
Sure. Big shout outs to Captain Olaf, D, Sandra, aka Ebony Empress, Luke, Jen, So Steph, and Angie. And then of course Dante and Ryan in the chat conversation.
That's what's up. And this is our finale of the year. We won't be doing any Mars Venus until the 24 hours on January 18th. I think it's 18th. Yeah. It's that Saturday. So like I said earlier, we need people to participate. So you know, I'm gonna be calling everybody. So it's gonna be like jury duty. So I want everybody to participate in the 24-hour show. All right. So going back to this before we say good cap this this night. So Ryan, I didn't ask you that question.
Am I an asshole?
No, have you ever been the asshole in a relationship? Looking back, being fair, looking back on any relationship you've been in where you were like, man, I was an ass. Yeah, Ryan in Alberta. Now, how did it make you feel when you thought about it though? Like, was it like afterwards? It wasn't during. It's very rarely during. It's usually afterwards when you're like, man, I was a dickhead.
Oh yeah. Well, because I didn't see, for me, I learned from I learned from somebody. I won't mention his name. He was he was guidance for me. I just saw the way he treated
Bishop Magic Wand.
I saw the way he treated his wife. Right. I thought that's how you treat women, right? So I started off like really misogynistic and thought I was like, and at the time I was a rapper and I just thought I was the, king shit. But when you lose someone that you love, you reflect because you want the back.
Right.
Man, you can go call her anytime.
Yeah, that's right.
When you lose someone you love, you get kicked in the ass, and I had to reflect. I am completely different. I always I told my last girlfriend, I'm like, you lucky. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like you got the best of me because, the woman that I lost, she didn't get the best of me. So yeah, I was an asshole, but it was because I didn't know any better. I didn't have any male figures or anyone to teach me how to really treat a woman. I wasn't abusive. I was just I just didn't care about the smaller things.
The streets raised you. Pretty much, right? The streets raised you.
Well, I don't know about that. I just didn't know. I was ignorant. I just didn't, the things that I would say no to, I said no to a dog, for example. Like I would have said yes. If that meant to keep, the woman that I loved, I would have said yes. Yeah. It was just making compromises. And at the time I was Muslim. You can't have pork in the house. You can't have this. You can't have that. That was just the wrong approach.
Now, Now, sometimes you're not totally an asshole in a relationship, but you have asshole moments, or as I call them, asshole tendencies.
Mm.
And I being honest, I've had many asshole moments in relationships. I think I've gotten rid of a lot of my asshole tendencies.
Oh, really?
I think so. Like I keep them in a padded cell underneath the house. So, but every once in a while, an asshole moment can happen. You know, where you maybe you overreact to some stuff, or maybe you do some stuff you shouldn't do, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's okay, man. I mean, like as long as I think if you atone for it, right? And it depends on obviously what we're talking about. What's up, Brooklyn?
Hey, Brooklyn.
If you atone for it
Love Brooklyn.
and the person accepts your apology and stuff like that, then maybe you can get beyond it. But
Yeah.
and then if they really dig you, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you shouldn't use that like as a means to get away with a lot of stuff. You shouldn't take people for granted like that.
That's true. Like, I mean, it's like a power. It's like Excalibur sword. Sometimes you use it. It's like Shannon, you might be at the sandwich shop and there's a guy back there. He like you, right? He like you. So
Yeah.
maybe you short $5-6. Maybe he lets you walk with the sandwich. You ain't never done that. You never use your power.
I might get Stephanie. I might get Stephanie the sandwich and the money that it costs, and be like, "Thank you, come again."
Nope.
You ain't never used your power, Shannon. Come on. Really? You ain't never got pulled over, and you never got pulled over, and then wink the eye.
You
A little bit.
Yeah, no.
No, you wouldn't do that.
You ain't gotta tell us the truth. It's all good.
I'm being honest. Like y'all just can't believe it.
That's what they all say.
Like you just don't believe it. Y'all don't ever believe me. I'll just stop talking.
Them tickets, man, they expensive, man. If you can get out.
I rarely get tickets though.
Girl,
I got a ticket.
Look, we know why you don't get tickets.
I don't get pulled over like that.
Girl, you quick to grab some the oil spray and be like this here. Is there anything, officer?
Nope.
Amen, Stephanie. Amen.
No.
But but in a relationship, it's a lot of times in relationships there's this imbalance, right? Where one person, it's hardly ever 50-50. It's usually like they really like you a whole lot, or vice versa, and people take advantage of that.
For sure.
It's like Dante, you with a girl, and she really, really like you. Maybe you don't come home till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Well, where you been?" And you're like, "I was on the moon." I'm going to sleep.
I'm glad you made it. Look, glad you made it back safe.
See, if he was Stephanie, he probably can't play that. He probably can't do that.
You're crazy as hell. Stephanie be like, Stephanie come find me.
You would be home at 7 p.m.
Like, where you was at? I know you was at. I was following you the whole time. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I took the balls off.
This was your GPS coordinates.
Right. So I don't know. It's 2020. It's coming up. I don't know if I'll talk to most of you guys before then. Some people like to do What's that thing called that people do?
A New Year's resolution.
Thank you. Tonight, crazy night. All right, I'm a little off tonight, so please forgive me.
You know.
Just tonight?
Just tonight, New Year's resolutions. All right, so before we get on out of here, we'll start ladies first. Have you ever made a New Year's resolution first?
To drink more water. That's my New Year's resolution every year.
And do you do it?
Yep.
Okay, so you solid. What about you, Ryan? Do you ever make New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I do. Last year was to get my, just to reorganize my life and to get things focused. I think I did a pretty good job this year. I think for next year, it's going to be to eat meat again.
Where?
Just playing.
Oh, I was about to say.
I don't know.
I what?
Yeah, I think New Year's resolution is going to be a simple one. It's just to say no.
Say no. Yeah.
Say no.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a complete and therapeutic sentence, sir.
Yeah. Just to say.
What about you, Dante? Do you ever make New Year's resolution?
No.
He's like straight up no.
The reason it's a couple of reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's total BS.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it's total BS is because you actually put a start date on something that you want to start on in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and the other thing is, if you want to have you set a goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you start doing New Year's resolutions, you should be prepping for that now to get going into the new year, the fiscal year, right? Another thing is, my new year has already began. So it's a difference between the physical year and the actual new year.
I resolved to get more sex. Hilarious.
That is my
that's a good resolution.
No, that's gonna happen. Go with all of them.
All right, and last thing, Christmas, right? I say Christmas for last. Christmas is I don't know, like, do you think women, we're talking about adults, do you think women are more excited about Christmas than men? Can we agree with that? Right? Because I think men see Christmas as $sign. And women, I think, see more Christmas as get mine. So
my birthday coming up too in 6 days.
I come out the 20th of December too, by the way.
Y'all make sure look. I said I'm gonna set up me a GoFundMe account.
So I'm accepting Christmas gifts. Hilarious. So Ryan, have you done your Christmas shopping?
Not yet.
Not yet. You have a big list?
Not really. I'm just gonna buy stuff for my son, and that's it. I am not a fan of Christmas.
What about you, Dante?
I'm not getting shit. I ain't getting about shit. Nothing.
Okay.
No.
Now, what about you, Shannon?
I already bought a gift.
Oh, wait a minute. For
me? Oh, you should have.
For the Boo Bear?
Huh?
For the Boo Bear?
Mind your business.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I haven't done any Christmas shopping as of yet, but I am going to do some Christmas shopping online. It's too late to do Wish, so dang it.
Send me some Amazon gift cards.
No, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not too late to do Wish. You still got today and tomorrow.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I wonder, will this work, Shannon? If your man, like, okay, so it's Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you open up and it's like an envelope, and it's a picture, a printout of something he bought on Wish that you get in 5 months. Does that count?
So yeah, no.
Like, you like this purse? In 5 months, you got it.
That's a mess.
Don't work, huh? Darn it.
Yeah, it's not working for me. It might work for somebody though.
It's the thought that counts. That's right. Don't hate on layaway.
Hey,
Hey, it's a promise to get a gift
Nah,
later.
you better get a gift after. You better get a gift. Hey,
if
listen,
that
you
works for
better
y'all relationships, more power to you.
look, get a gift after Christmas sale. I mean, after Christmas.
See? Are you?
The only thing I want after the holiday is Halloween candy. Okay.
Are you offended if a guy buys you like some sort of clothes, but it's too big?
It's too big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would probably steal his sweaters, which are probably too big. So, no, I mean, it depends on what it is.
Lingerie.
And it's too big?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be ugly.
Like, would you be offended that he thought you was that size?
I mean, it would just be smart to ask.
You know what? Like, this is what some guys do. So, like, they go to Victoria's Secrets or wherever, or Lane Bryant, whatever, and then they'll see one of the cashiers, and they'll be like, "She by your size." That's how they do it.
And that might be true. However, her proportions might be a little different. So you'd be better off asking.
Only stupid if you don't ask. I mean, I was raised in a home full of women. I just know better. You don't buy clothes. Like I can't buy my mom clothes. I can't buy my grandma or my sister's clothes. Just being a part of the family, you know what I mean? So you need to know their sizes and know what they like, because chances are probably 75% of the time you're not going to buy them what they like unless it's Louis V and Gucci.
All right. So, at what point in the relationship do you start getting her shoe size and all of that kind of stuff?
I was asked that before we was in a relationship.
Really?
Yeah, I knew that. You know that when you're in a conversation. If you
want to buy
when you start to care.
buy me some bras, okay? That's a good gift.
Your $70 bra?
You're not getting more than 2 bras. Them bitches expensive.
They are.
I'm just saying, you want to invest in my life? Buy me some bras or some tires, okay?
Those are
That's wrong.
Hey, look. So if he buy you more than 3 bras, you know he care about you.
Yeah, right. Oh man, what if he has?
And buy me some Woolite while you at it.
Some Woolite, okay. I can get some Woolite. I can do it. I can handle that one.
I think, like Ken said, like women also tell you that they, what their sizes are. They'll tell you what they want in advance.
Well, if you really care
right.
about that woman, you'll find out about.
Oh, I ask those questions. I want to know all that stuff, and I always say this. Like, you want to know her cycle better than her.
When does she have a cycle?
Well, then she don't have one. But I'm saying about it'll save your life. You need to know that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, you want to know. You know when.
Yeah, cause you can start to know her mood swings and what's going on around the time. So you ain't gotta worry about that. You can disappear.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Right. Right. Look, you can have Alexa.
It's actually a cycle. It's actually a cycle app that you can get that give you the dates and everything, all the stuff. So
be like, oh shit, it's time for Shannon. So let me go to Palm Springs.
Ain't no time for Shannon.
Look, go get some chocolate.
My cycle is long since expired. Thank you very much.
Look, go get some well, my ex, she wanted Waffle House, like certain specific shit at Waffle House. So I would go to Waffle House and get specific stuff like at Waffle House. Like, leave me alone, woman.
I think I might have mentioned this before, but there was this condition where if like some guys who are really close to their women, they actually get like you know sympathy pains with like there's guys that will actually mimic their woman's cycle.
That's because they be on periods themselves.
Look, I don't want to be close to nobody. That close to nobody, man.
I can't say what I want to say because we're being recorded right now. But women, like if they hang together a lot, they start to sink together.
Right.
This is true.
But see,
So
you know the drawback about that is if let's say you got multiple wives, right? You got to keep them apart.
Kids say shut up.
this is true. That's why
You don't want them all to be synced up. Then that'll just ruin.
Kids say shut up.
You want to stagger it, you know, so you can.
a month, week 1, week 2, week 3, 4.
Sometimes I think, Kente, you use this for like a personal research project. You're like, man, get the pulse.
Oh no, you don't want you want to do. So
Just a certified dum dum.
I'm just saying, stagger all the you're gonna buy.
You should stop singing.
Oh, man.
Look, man, there's nothing wrong.
That would,
You know, and I've said this before, and like I feel like you sisters be talking about black girls, we're together and all of that, and we're supporting each other. But why don't you never want to share your dude? You wanna
I'm gonna pluck every single one of your nose hairs one by one. Shut it up.
Don't you know when you got a man that's a sister that don't have one?
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
not my problem.
listen. What if you say, girl, I really got this good man, and then her man shitty. So why don't y'all just combine it? Like, girl, you can have half my good.
Let me tell you what I do not share.
I'm saying that if you like, I got a question. So say things like y'all, you know how you go out like to the movies and stuff like that, and then y'all like, girl, that was a good movie. That's early in the day, and then like, let's go out to eat. You know what I mean? And then y'all eat, y'all order some, and then y'all order like sushi or something, right? You like, oh, that's good. And then you grab a piece of that and you taste that. And I'm like, what's that? I ain't never had that before. And then you taste that sushi. Why don't you just swap me in like that? Like, girl, what's that?
Shut up. Nope.
I ain't never had. Look,
Mind a minute.
Nope.
well, I'll
Not
share.
going for it.
Just like I'll share a piece of my man with you, and he's like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm totally content with the one I have, and I'm not trying to share him with nobody else.
But what if she's saying?
She better go try him somewhere else.
What if she be like, my man broken. I need to borrow your man.
And how is that my problem?
See, you ain't down. You ain't down with black women. You ain't.
sharing is caring.
You ain't down.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what I will share? You can have some of this popcorn.
Look, you're gonna get a co-mingled man.
I'll give you some tea light candles. But sharing my man, his time, his effort, his penis, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
See,
it's
you
called
don't
man co-mingle.
Girls rock.
I mean, black girls do rock, but I need everybody to have their own. Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Look, I'm gonna start a website called Black Girls Rock and Black Men Stroke. Rock and stroke. That's what's doing. And so that way we can have a site where you meet up and stuff, and if and then you got one man, and he got like 4 spots, like 4 circles below him, and if he choose you, you gotta wait till he fill up all the slots, and then y'all go meet up.
I love it.
I'm just saying, so that way y'all can make sure y'all on the same level and stuff. You know what I mean? Like y'all feeling each other. If y'all ain't feeling each other, and like 3 of y'all feeling each other, and then the other one ain't, he can move far.
I mean, you just let me know how successful your little business get. I'm be in the corner minding my own business with my boo. I ain't got time for that.
Listen, I think that'll really work though.
Ryan,
I mean, it might for them little maggots that you hang out with.
Ryan, get on that now. I need you to build that out for me now.
Yeah, and you could be on the board, Shannon.
Nah, I ain't gonna be on the board of that foolishness.
We gotta have a token woman on the board, so we don't look.
Nah, I'm good.
It's good for PR.
I'm so good. I will pass.
It's good for our PR.
I know better.
See, you don't love black women like you say you do.
I do. I love black people. I just don't love all this buffoonery.
Like you would literally sit and see a sister without a man, and you hogging your man.
I mean, my mom ain't got no man. I'm sitting here watching her not have a man when I'm supposed to share with her.
No, that's different.
Probably so. We don't know.
No, see, you just stupid. See, you need a whooping. My aunt ain't got no man I'm supposed to share with her.
I'm just saying we don't know. We
Well,
don't know if that. You know,
Wait, the auntie that make that the cobbler?
A couple of my aunties ain't got no man.
Yeah, you man. Come on.
I'll take 3 of them.
I
I'll
will
take
fight you.
I'll take 2. Let me get
I
number
will
2.
fight you. Just stop talking.
I
Let me get number 2.
Just stop talking.
I
Look,
can't-
I'm done with this conversation.
Hey, let
Talking
me
about
get
you
number
take
2.
3 of them. You're not about to take none of them nowhere. How about that?
I just need you to be more generous. That's all.
I am. I'll be generous. Generous with
You ungrateful. You just ungrateful. That's what you.
So let's see the earrings real quick.
Let's see my earrings.
Yeah, I like it. Got a little Illuminati flavor too. It's dope.
No, it's not.
I like them though. Those are dope.
I got my eye on you.
I like it. Yeah. See, look at that. Look at that. Shannon Fly. Look at that. You got that glow too. We're really proud of you. Really proud of you. Shannon. So happy.
It's more like a delirium. I need to be in the bed, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to first start off with you, Ryan. How can we get you in social media and all that good stuff?
Follow me at Hustle Zone TV and at Hustle Zone on Instagram. And you guys can also add yourself to my social media network, but that'll be coming out. I won't be dropping a link because we're still developing it. But follow me at Hustle Zone and Hustle Zone TV.
All right. And Shannon, how can we get you in social media?
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Shannon Ford like the president, - Jefferson like the president. That's it. What about you, Kente? How can we follow you?
Soon she'll be adding another hyphen to that name. But
I am not double hyphen. No double hyphen. I am going to move my last name into the middle and just have one last name. So no, not that.
Does he have a presidential last name?
Guess you'll have to find out.
Oh. You can give me a Kente F on Twitter, Kente Ferguson on Instagram. And of course, the website is indieradio.org. Just a reminder, we'll be back next year with all new episodes. I'm very excited. I have some really big shows that we're going to do next year that's going to blow your mind. We're going to get real nitty gritty. We're going to get a lot into adult conversation, not adult as in porn, but adult as in really mature conversation. So I'm very excited about it. We're gonna have all new guests coming on, shooting it, and I'm just very excited. And I'm looking forward to 2020. So with all that said, you guys, God bless you, and good night.
Good night.
Peace.